Hey everybody, welcome back. Another video. My name is Efred. I have been diagnosed with stage 3 cancer of the small intestine. Every time I say that, it doesn't get easier saying it. But here I am. I've started chemotherapy. I'm currently on round 3, and this is my round 3 update. So let's get into it. I'm sitting here in my living room surrounded by a bunch of really cool things that people have sent, and just still feeling so blessed from all the love I'm getting, whether it's a mug with kind of my unofficial theme song of Un Día a la Vez, or books, things to read, cards here that I pull out and look at every day. And like I said, there's all kinds of books and gifts and packages. I mean, I can just trying to show everything. It's hard to even get everything in here that I've been sent, and trust me, I'm just, I'm feeling so much love. This is something really cool. Efren's Super Inspirational Bowl with a bunch of handwritten and messages from different folks that I work with and have worked with in the past, and it's just loaded with all kinds of messages. So thanks again. Everyone has been fantastic. Last update, I think I said I was feeling pretty good. That was the end of round 2, or kind of after I got disconnected from round 2. And now I've just been disconnected from round 3. And this one's a little bit tougher. We'll get into the details on that one. But as far as since the last time I've given an update, again, just continuing to feel so much love and support from so many people, whether it's, masses being offered up for me, or rosaries, or, different people at different churches, different congregations, different religions even, all, saying they and their people are praying for me. So I could feel the energy in this house from all of the prayers and all the love that I'm getting. Got some visitors last week, which is amazing. Some cousins came in, Rosana and Manny and Clarissa and Aleida and Julissa came in to visit, which just gave me a super huge boost of energy. Amelia and Joe came. They're always giving me great energy coming in, and spending some time. Thalia and Natalie as well. A couple nieces came in to visit. Fernando and Lola came to visit, and I got my cousin Javi back, who was in Chicago for a while, and he's back now. And just so great to feel all the love and the visitors from everyone. And it's trust me, it is really, really helping. I did have a couple rough days since the last round, since the last update. I started feeling a lot more of the side effects of chemo. Started feeling some muscle aches, some stomach upsetness. My stomach was just really rough. Neuropathy, which at that time I had called neuropathy. I had some tingling in my fingers, and I was saying that's neuropathy. Come to find out, that was just really nothing compared to what I've had in the last couple of days, which I'll get into in just a second. But there was some days last week where I just really felt a little rough from just the effects of the chemo. It is what it is. So all in all, today's February 11th, which marks exactly 1 month since I started my first round of chemo. My first round of chemo started January 11th. So in this month, I'd say I've probably had about three, maybe 4 rough days. Beyond that, I felt really strong throughout the whole time. I'm continuing to work, continuing to do different things. So overall, that's been good. But I will say, round 1 and 2, I felt pretty good. I walked away from those 2 rounds feeling like, wow, this is good. I got this. And round 3 came. I started it on Thursday. I just got disconnected yesterday. And let me tell you, round 3 has punched me in the face, in the gut, and has really just been tough. But look, it's a fight, and technically it's not a fight until you get hit. So I finally got hit, and it has been rough. What's made it rough, I'll tell you, just the side effects of the chemo. I started feeling some muscle aches. Stomach is still upset. Fatigue, but more than anything, it's the neuropathy. And I mentioned in the last video, I had a little bit of neuropathy in the hands, which is kind of like tingling and you know, a little feeling of like needles or your hands falling asleep or whatever. Come to find out that was not even close to what real neuropathy is. I'm starting to finally feel it. I basically haven't been able to use my hands in the last, probably 24 hours. The chemo has really hit those nerves in my hands, my feet. Not as intense in my feet as in my hands, but my hands are just kind of locked up in this position, and it hurts. It's gone from being just annoying to being downright painful, to where I can't even open the toothpaste tube. Or this morning we're having some eggs and I couldn't even open the Cholula hot sauce. I needed some help with that. Yesterday having dinner, had to put a glove on to be able to grab the fork, and just because it's just so sensitive. So it's feeling a little bit better today, but it was painful not to be able to use your hands for anything. So now I know what real neuropathy is. It just really locks it up. On the feet, it's a little sensitive as well. So kind of walking, it makes it a little rough. But again, it's all part of the deal, part of the process. I still have so much faith in God that, He's by my side and things are going to work out the way they should. I know it's a fight, and again, it's not a fight until you get hit, and I'm just getting hit, so it's part of it. But with all the love that you guys are giving me, and all the love that you guys are showing, I'm feeling good. And there's always, again, something positive coming from it. Try to think, okay, what the heck is positive about all this craziness I'm feeling? And I don't know, at least I could say, if someone wants to have a conversation with me about neuropathy, if they wanted to have that conversation 3 weeks ago, I probably wouldn't have anything to contribute to that conversation. But now, if someone wants to have a conversation about neuropathy, I feel like a dang near expert at this point, and I can participate in that discussion. So I don't know, we're trying to find the positive, and for this week, that'll be the positive. I know more about neuropathy than I ever wanted to know. So there's that. But the nurses say that, and the doctors say that it should start going away now that I've been disconnected from chemo. I go in for chemo every other Thursday. They give me that big batch of chemo, and then they send me home with a little pump. And that keeps pumping chemo into me over the next couple of days until Saturday. So yesterday was Saturday, I got disconnected, and it really did impact me. But now that it's done, I got about 10 days to recover, and over the next couple of days, they said I should start getting the feeling back in my fingers. Starting to be able to move them a little bit more today, but it was pretty rough. Yesterday, when I got back from getting my pump removed, took about a 3-4 hour nap right after I got home, which was good. And then I went to bed at about 9:30 and woke up at 8:30. So all in all, I got about 14, 15 hours of sleep over the last 24 hours, which I definitely needed. But that's gotten me feeling a little bit more energized today, even though I still don't feel great. But that's kind of where I'm at. Work is still going great. I still love going to work every day and being able to be productive and have successful meetings and get things done at work that need to get done. That continues to be something that that helps me, and it really helps that I just love what I do. I love the people I work for, and I love what I do every day. So that helps. So I'm not stopping there. I'm still continuing to work, just getting a lot of rest on the weekends, and I'll be listening to my body, trying to hydrate as much as I can. But again, just thank all of you all for all the things that you guys are doing. Now, a couple of you all have asked about this pump that I talk about. I go home and have this pump with chemotherapy. So I want to show you guys, before I went to get it removed, I did record a quick little video. So I'll put that video in here. I want to show you guys what that's like, and what the pump looks like. So for anyone wondering, here it is. I'll show you the video and then I'll come back after that's done. All right, so I wanted to show you guys this pump. I've been talking about the pump that I go home with after chemo, and I'm getting ready to go and have it taken off, which is good. But here's the fanny pack. It's just a regular old fanny pack, and this is what I carry it in. And here's the line, and it connects into my port right there. See that? So if I showing you guys the whole picture now. So here's the line from the fanny pack and the port. I'm gonna show you guys the actual pump and the chemo here in just a second. Sorry, I'm having a hard time zipping this up. The neuropathy in my hands is acting up. Anyhow, so I talk about this a lot, so I wanna show you guys. So let me actually take it out so you guys can see exactly what it is. They do give me a lot of slack. So when I go to sleep, I can kind of have it extended. I usually put this behind my pillow. And here is the actual pump. This is the pump. So it's kind of, to give you an idea, the size of kind of the palm of my hand. And then this is the bag that has the chemo. It's almost empty. It just has a little bit left, but usually this is a little bit full. So this is the actual chemotherapy. See it right there, chemotherapy. And they do send me home with a hazmat kit in case this leaks. They say it really hasn't ever leaked, but in case it does leak, I have a hazmat kit. So this is the pump. This is the extra chemo that just goes ahead and pumps it in. I just put this in, and it's nice because I'm still able to kind of do whatever. I'm able to walk around. As I mentioned last week, I went to a work meeting in Tampa, and it's about 4 hours away, and it's really, I can walk around and I'm fairly mobile, and it just connects right to my chest, the port. So there you go. All right, so there you have it. That's the pump. So now when I talk about it, you guys have a little bit better idea of what I'm referring to. The other thing I've been getting a lot of questions about is, hey, how's your wife? How's Hilda doing? And let me tell you, she is amazing. She is absolutely incredible. And this, it's these tough days. There's been a lot of tough evenings. Most of the days have been okay, but I have had a few tougher days of late. But this whole cancer journey is it's a family affair. Everyone is impacted in some way, shape, or form, and I've been giving you guys updates on how I'm doing. But I asked Hilda to put something together and share with you all how she's doing. I can tell you she's doing great, and she's been an unbelievable support for me. But so many people who are going through something rough, it's not just them that's going through it, it's the whole family, and especially kind of that main support person, the spouse or the significant other, partner of whoever is going through it. They go through their own type of challenge and battles as they're going through it. And so oftentimes they kind of get overlooked because they're not the ones that are ill, or they're not the ones that are going through whatever challenge is happening. But as the support person, I can tell you there's no more important person than them. So I wanted you to hear from her directly on kind of how she's doing and just kind of how she's going through everything. So with that, I'll turn it over to her. As for me, I'm still feeling strong. And although round 3, I took a beating, I'm not down by any means. I still have a lot of faith in what's happening. And I'm still optimistic. Like I said, a lot of the side effects are starting to kick in, but it's not deterring my fight. One other thing that, I did start seeing a little bit this week. I started waking up and seeing some hair on my pillow, which I guess is part of it. I still have my hair, so still there, but slowly but surely some of it's starting to come off. It's part of the chemo. It is what it is. That doesn't hurt, so as long as it doesn't hurt, I can deal with that. But we'll see how that progresses. as it continues. The good thing is I like wearing hats. So anyhow, with that, we will talk to you again in a couple of weeks. I'm going to turn it over to my amazing, beautiful wife to close out this video. Hope you all have a great week. Enjoy the Super Bowl for those of you that are watching. And again, I'm feeling strong. We're still going to beat this thing, and I appreciate all your support, all the love, and all the energy that you guys are providing me. It really is helping. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. I'm Hilda. I'm Ephraim's wife, for those who don't know who I am. I'm excited to be here. A little bit like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. But then again, what I have learned is that you just never know what path God's going to take you down. And so I fully embrace this one. So Ephraim asked me at the end of round 2, he's like, I'm thinking for the next round, I want you to share a little bit on the perspective of a spouse. And I was like, okay, I think I could do that. And I hope I give you some perspective of what we're going through. And by no means, you know, it's all new to us. You're getting the play-by-play, pretty much, of the life of starting with cancer. And so what I share is completely from my heart, completely where I am today. As we all know, we're never the same person we are today as we will be tomorrow or the next day or in a month or a year from now. So as of today, we are now round 3 complete. I love the introduction that Ephraim made for me. That was so nice. So the first question is, how am I doing? I'm doing well. By the grace of God. God has been so good. I think I'm relatively doing very well. As many of you may know me, number one, I'm an emotional person. So I'm the type of person that will cry, you know, watching a commercial. I'll cry reading. I'll cry reading a card. So I have a sensitive soul. And so I'm really surprised of how amazingly strong I am. But I also think, am I really that surprised? I would do anything for Ephraim. So I think God has really blessed me with a lot of peace. And that's also thanks to everybody out there praying for our family. And many of you have reached out to me personally, asking me how I am doing. And I really appreciate that. I'm so blessed that you remember our family and that you're keeping us in your prayers. And we do feel them. I feel them like a big hug around us, like just hugging us. And it is the best feeling to feel that uplifting and love and support from our family, our friends, our colleagues. It's just beautiful. But the one thing I will tell you is your faith. You know, I think of my mom all the time. I'm so grateful to her. I think of her constantly during this journey, her and my dad. But of course, my mom is still with us, and she is so strong, and she has been watching her, how she navigates through difficult times in life, and seeing how stronghold her faith is, has really impacted me on this journey. I constantly think of her. And, you know, there's a saying, you know, it's not so much what is taught, it's what's caught when you have kids. And even at my adult age, I'm remembering what I caught on to her faith and seeing her through hard times. So I pray that my kids, Sophia and Isaac, that they too can see our resiliency. So I am doing well. I am grateful to everyone for all their support, their love, but most of all, your unwavering faith in this journey is relentless, and I love it, and I'm grateful for it. And of course, I have to thank my sisters. I have 4 older sisters. They're amazing, and they check in on me all the time. And all my good friends, high school friends, childhood friends, colleagues. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So I'm doing really well. When Ethan said, hey, share about what it's like, you know, not only how you're doing, but now what it's like. I'm going to try to keep this. I'm already like way further in than I should, but that's okay. This is all raw, you know, I'm sharing like, well, right now, we just finished round 3 and that was a doozy of a round. You know, I always say never confuse the person you are today with the person you can and will become. And so I know today I'm not the same person I'll be even tomorrow or the next week or the next month, because we're constantly changing and evolving, and our circumstances are, you know, they impact us. So just remember what I'm sharing with today is just extremely raw where I am right now. So being a spouse, you know, is that you're in a marriage, you're in a relationship. Ephraim having cancer. Cancer is the disease that's in him. And I always tell Ephraim, you're the vessel of this cancer. You're the vessel. But I am right next to you at all times. You know, I can't feel what he feels. But I can feel it because I love him so deeply. May not be the same pain or the same thoughts or the same discomfort or the worries, but I feel them in my own way. And it's not easy, but together it's okay as long as we're together. And that's what I tell him all the time. You're the vessel for this, but you are not alone. I am with you all every single step of the way, which we know that's what a spouse does, right? But it's different. You don't want to see your loved ones hurt or in pain. And even more so, seeing him in pain or discomfort, by the grace of God, I feel sad, but at the same time, I'm energized because I know that I don't feel it, but I can do something about it if that's just comforting him, praying with him, or a simple act of just holding his hand. That I am capable of doing that. You know, another thing is, honestly, I have my moments, and those moments come all the time when it's the first experience of something, which is going to be a lot, you know, in this cancer journey. The first time we heard that his tumor was malignant. Okay. The first time we actually went to see an oncologist, driving to the oncologist was quiet and sad because we were like, are we really going to an oncologist? Is this really happening? And it is. And it's hard. The first time, it's hard. You know, hearing for the first time the treatment is going to be 6 months. When we got the date for his port placement, when he had the port, the night before he had the port, knowing that, you know, for the next 2 years or so, something's going to be there. So the first of everything is pretty challenging. Even more so for him. But for me, in my perspective, I get emotional. I cry a little bit. I don't cry too much, but I do cry. I just have my moment with it and I embrace it. I call it my tsunami moments. I had those and I still have them. My dad passed away 15 years ago, and every once in a while, they're not as frequent anymore. I get these tsunamis of feelings where it's just overwhelming. I just think it just like covers me, just the whole situation. But then I'm like, it's going to go back to shore. I'm going to get back to shore. The water's going to recede and it's going to go back and I'm ready to go. And so I embrace those tsunami moments. I allow myself to feel those tsunami moments. I share those with Ephraim. And believe it or not, I do share them with my kids. I think it's important that they see what it's like. And important for me for them to know that, you know, mom has feelings and mom is emotional, and, you know, there's a process to all this. And they're amazing. I love them dearly, and I'm so proud of them. Oh my gosh, when did they become my like pillars of hope and help me out? And mom, I got this. Mom, I'll help do this. Pretty amazing. We have a really phenomenal family and a pretty awesome team to fight this freaking cancer. So I have my tsunami moments. They happen, they pass, and then I'm good to go. So every first is pretty tough. And as Ephraim shared with you guys, he had a tough third round. So we had a lot of first this time around. But we made it through. So I know I went way above. So some of the things I do, obviously I pray. I pray a lot. There's days I can't pray much, and I just say, God, you know my heart, you know my mind. I'm really overwhelmed. Please know, you know me best. There's days that I can sit in quiet and pray for a while. So prayer is number one. The other thing I do to take care of myself is I like to write. I'm a journaler. So I'm gonna finish this off. I want to share with this. This is my first journal. First journal in 1989. A couple of weeks before I graduate middle school. Or junior high. It was called junior high at that time. So a couple months before, 1989, I started journaling. Really interesting stuff in here. Second journal I had. I didn't journal every day. I journal like, you know, sometimes it may be even a couple of months that I don't journal in between entries. So, journal, July 7th, 1991. This is in the summer. I was in Mexico, in La Purísima. And it says, then on our way back home, I met Ephraim. He goes to Proviso East. He's going to be a sophomore. His birthday's October 31st. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He's leaving July 25th. He's really nice. He's cute too. God is so good. I'm so grateful I'm on this journey with Ephraim. I am so blessed that I get the opportunity to be by his side in the hardest moments of his life. I adore him. I love him. And I'm so darn proud of him. And we're going to continue the fight. Thank you to everyone for your continued prayers, your support, your love, and for checking in on me. I appreciate it so, so much. Keep the prayers coming. God is so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you.